Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. Out here at the range today with heavy metal. You guys that watch the show would have seen that I recently picked up this Henry Model X in 360 Buckhammer. The Model X is this black one. Key feature on why I wanted to get it is a threaded barrel. So now we can have suppressed 360 Buckhammer. Never tried it. Going to be super interesting to see what it sounds like, but also my very first time trying a Henry Model X. So excited about that. But what I brought out to the range today is 360 Buckhammer Remington core-lokt in the 200 grainers, and that's going to be the video. We're going to be out here on the range seeing if I can hit something with these iron sights, adjusting them if I need to, and so we can hear what suppressed 360 Buckhammer sounds like. If you're not familiar with 360 Buckhammer, type in WHOTEEWHO 360 Buckhammer into the interwebs. We got a bunch of videos on 360 Buckhammer already, even a whitetail hunt. But let me go back to the bench here. Let's get to slinging them. Should be pretty cool. I'm excited. All right, so like I said, out here at our steel range here, let me give you a little bit closer look at everything we're working with. Again, this is the Henry Model X in 360 Buckhammer. I don't know if I have ever had a lever action in my hand with an action so smooth. That's pretty smooth. If you got a Henry, you probably know what I'm talking about. But fiber optic rear adjustable sights, says 360 Buckhammer right there on the barrel. Does have a pick rail down here. This is a tube loader or a side loader. The front is a green fiber optic sight there. And then on the end, this is my Banish 46 can. So the 360 Buckhammer is 358 diameter. So your can's got to be bigger than that. Banish 46 from Silencer Central is going to work out great for this. But that's the bing bang. And stay tuned, I've got a rail and a bunch of stuff coming for this so I can put an optic on it and do some precision stuff with it. Today we're working with irons, and this is what I'm flinging out of it. Remington core-lokt 360 Buckhammer. Today I brought the 200 grain soft points. They are loading it in 180 grainers, however. Show you one of these up close here. Straight wall cartridge with similar ballistics to a 30-30. So very close energy as a 30-30 and very close drop rate. I've done a deep dive video on that stuff, comparing it to quite a few different cartridges if you want to go check that video out. But that's what they look like. Let me get this thing loaded up here, and we'll get to slanging them. I might as well bring you along with me loading them. I'm going to put them in the side gate first. I'm kind of I like the side gate better. Potato, really. The tube might be a little faster, but then you got to take the thing off and yada, yada, yada. This way you just slide them in there and you get to going. I don't know how many we can get in here. I'd imagine 5 or 6. How many is that? That's 5. Yeah, that's 5. I've taken them out of 2 different sides of the box there. Now, there's 6 in the tube. I think that's going to be it, but we're going to try another one. Yep, 6. So 6 in the tube. If you really wanted to, you could get 6 plus 1 in this Model X. Make sure my ears are tied here. And let me get my eyes over here somewhere. I know I just grabbed them. Now they're on my head. And then, let me move you guys where we can see. I'm just going to be out here. First, I'm going to go for that silhouette. That's at 50 yards. Then I've got a silhouette quite a bit smaller right there at 55 yards. So that's pretty much simulating us out there in the deer woods trying to catch a deer at 50-55 yards. With the irons, me personally, that might be about the furthest that I'd try to take a deer with irons. I know a bunch of y'all Love your iron sights. I had a guy this week tell me he could do better with irons than I could with a scope. I don't believe that to be true, but I'd sure like to try it. Anyways, now we're rambling. I said I was putting my eyes on, and I didn't put my eyes on. I normally like y'all to see my eyes, but these are the only glasses I brought with me. So let me just kind of take my time. I'm gonna hold dead center of that big steel silhouette at 50 yards and just kind of see where we're at. So with these fiber optics, I can see just over the top of my can. So that works out pretty good. I'm gonna hold dead center for that and we'll see where I get it. And we rocked it about dead center. I'm gonna keep all this brass. I'm gonna watch where it lands. Do another one on that one. Another one just beside that on that bigger target. Now let's go to that smaller one. If we're getting that, we might even go over a little bit further and get even a little smaller. Hey, I know you guys can see that thing swinging. That's right there. That's hitting it with some authority there, but I can see with my eyes we hit that about center too. Same one, just about the same spot. So I'd probably be confident at this quite a bit further now that I've got some, see how it's going. That one hit the same spot as the first one I sent on it. And that one, put it right in there too. We'll run up there here in a little bit and I'll show you exactly where those hits were. Let me pick up my brass now. There's 3, here's another one. I might try to do some loading for this 360 Buckhammer. Y'all comment down below if that's something you'd be interested in seeing. Now I'm gonna go, this one's still 55 yards, but it's a smaller, I think that's an 8 or 10 inch gong. I'm gonna send some after that. Now this time, just for giggles, for the sake of the video, look at that too though, guys. And you got the can on there. I can't get that out. So I'm not gonna load them in the tube. I was about to say that I was, but I'm not. That can's pretty steamy. Let me put 3 in here in the side gate. And we'll see how good I can do hitting that round piece of steel. I'm really surprised at how good I could group this at 55 yards on that steel. 3 pretty much hit the same spot on that small one, but see how I can do on that even smaller round one. This one's at 55 yards too. Center, but a shade left. Oh yeah, this thing's money. Money. All right in there. I tell you what, let's run up there and take a look at those targets. And this is just me with those irons, never having squeezed the trigger on this thing before. Let's go look at those targets. Hold on. And how's the sound, by the way? Comment down below. These are supersonic loads. Remington isn't loading anything subsonic for this, at least not yet, but still so much more quiet with that can on there. Let's run up there and look at those targets. All right, so ran up the hill here to look at these targets. This is the bigger one. Picked this one first because it's a shade closer and just to make sure that our sights were on. I don't even think they need adjustment. Based on this, I was doing my best to hold dead center. You can see, that's probably, 2.5 inches apart on this target. Not bad. Then this one, 55 yards, considerably smaller target. I took 4 on this one. You can see 3, boom, 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 right in there. That's probably with the irons, including this, that's probably a 2.5 inch group with the irons. Probably do a little better than that with more practice, but first day at the range, hey, I'll take it. And then finally, this small one, we sent 3 more, and looks like we got boom, boom, boom. It's putting them in there. That Henry Model X, I dig it, making it easy for me. All right, guys, so there you have it. Super quick video. My first trip to the range with this Henry Model X in the 360 Buckhammer. And let me tell you, I love the action. I love the trigger. Like I said, this is my first time ever having fooled with a Model X, and I love it. Number one key feature for me is the threaded barrel. The smooth action and the good trigger, that's a cherry on top. Number two, my favorite piece of this is probably those fiber optics. I really love fiber optics, whether it's on a 22 or a pistola or a lever action like this. But hey, those were those 200 grain Remington core-lokts in the 360 Buckhammer. And like I said, if you want to see some more videos on the 360 Buckhammer, I think I got about 15 of them up by now. But hey, got a pick rail on this thing from the factory. It's already drilled and tapped for a rail. If you want to put a scope or different kind of sights, reflex sight or red dot or what have you, put a bipod. It's set up. Put you a sling on there already. Everything you need to get out there and chase some deers. Now, where I typically deer hunt, this is perfect. Most of my deer, I take it 30 yards, 20 yards, perfect. I very rarely even have an opportunity as far as those pieces of steel. You can see where there's trees everywhere here, okay? We don't get a whole lot of deer opportunities past 50 yards. But for the sake of really seeing what this thing can do, I think we're going to put a rail on it, put an optic on it, and really slow down and see what kind of precision we can get. The Woodstock model, I was getting 0.8 inch groups at 100 yards with that same 200 grain stuff. So I'm interested to see, in theory, this should be able to do the same. But hey, appreciate y'all watching. Let me know what you think about the 360 Buckhammer. Again, it's a straight wall cartridge. Just like a 350 Legend straight wall, a 450 Bushmaster straight wall. The 360 Buckhammer is a straight wall in a 358 diameter projectile. And love the shusher, as always. Hey, appreciate y'all watching. Make sure you're subscribed. Stay tuned for more videos. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you on the next one. Hooty-hoo!